wild and woolly world. Please let us know where you're coming from in the chat, wherever you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, etc., etc., especially our good friends on LinkedIn Live. Tell us where you're watching from. I am coming to you from beautiful downtown Niles, Michigan, the big city here in the friendly confines of On Base Productions. Thanks a lot to my brother Chuck for letting me use the studio space here in Niles. If you'd like to thank him yourself, you can go to onbase.store and get yourself some field notes, my personal notebook of choice. I'm a big fan of this current edition here. It's got nice ruled on one side and graph paper on the other side, perfect for your random thoughts and ideas, and also for super fun stuff like Dungeons and Dragons, which I just played some of yesterday with my nephews. It was awesome. Shout out to the D&Ders out there. Tabletop is not dead. Good evening, Torino, Italy. Gianpaolo Macario of Team Barolo. Hello, Vasnant in Ruston, Louisiana. Let's see where everyone else is coming from in our restream dashboard. I say, Omar says, good to join you, buddy. Thank you. Rohan on YouTube says, ready to know what the result is. Yes, good morning to the 17 of you watching on YouTube. That's a big number for our YouTube channel. We really do appreciate that. Right now, we've already got 17 on YouTube, and currently there are 81 of you watching on LinkedIn Live. Hokey Smokes Bullwinkle. We will do our best to make this show worth it for you. Satya, where are you coming from today, and how you doing?
From San Diego, California, back in San Diego. I was traveling to India early December, and then, for a short vacation, I was at Big Sur and Monterey, also in California, beautiful, beautiful places. And now I'm back in San Diego.
You were kind of doing a tour of all the Mac OS
right.
names, yeah?
Exactly.
That's great.
I had the exact same thought. I've done Yosemite, I've done Catalina, I have done, Big Sur and Monterey. So yeah, nice. Almost there. Just don't want to do mountain lands and stuff.
Yeah, he's tough on the knees, Hello, Sri Lanka. Hello, Richard in Camden, Maine. Never been to Maine. I hear it's very pretty. Hello, France. Fatih on LinkedIn says, I love OpenCV. We love you too. Hello, Rwanda. As always, the global audience is checking in, and we do, in fact, love to see it. We're here today to announce the grand prize winners of the OpenCV AI Competition 2023, and we'll get started in just a minute or two here as we let people filter in. Satya, you were showing me right before we went on the air, OpenCV University got some hardware.
Oh yeah, I can show it. We got this YouTube, 100,000 subscribers. So yeah, that's hopefully we'll get it for this show as well. But this is amazing for OpenCV University. I'm going to put it up on my wall.
It looks like you could bludgeon somebody with that thing if you had to. You
That's
get an
right.
intruder in your house. Like, yeah, you don't know who you're messing with. 100,000 subscribers. All right, I think it's about time to get started. Okay. You ready, Doc? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get started. Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Satya Malik, CEO of OpenCV.org. And today I'm really excited to present the results of OpenCV AI Competition 2023. Thousands of people from around the world participated in this competition. And this competition is for, the total number of prizes are about $48,000. So today we are going to announce the top 3 prizes, and there is still one more prize left, which is the favorite prize, right? The favorite project prize, which we will open for voting today. And I want to personally thank the community for participating in this competition and making OpenCV community so lively. I also want to thank our sponsors, Kadas, Seed Studio, as well as our host, Hackster.io. I'm really glad. I mean, you must have noticed also the platform is so good. Everything became easy once Hackster donated the platform to us for use. And so, Hackster became a silver member. Now, before we announce the prizes, we are going to go over 7 top teams which have been selected by our judges. But first, as always, let me introduce you to Phil Nelson, who is the Director of Content and Creative at OpenCV. And he produces the show. If anything goes wrong, it's usually his fault.
That's true. Good. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and thems and theys, I am the co-host with the co-most, the second banana who is second to none. I'm also your plus one and only. It is, in fact, Mr. Nelson, if you're nasty, but you, my dear friends, can call me Phil, and I'm here to remind you of a few things we do every single episode of this show, the first of which is a special giveaway to you in the audience. Stay tuned. Later in the episode, I will ask a trivia question based on what we talk about here today, and you will have the chance to win the OpenCV course of your choosing. You can go to opencv.org to see what courses are available before the trivia question. If you want to participate in that, you need to be in our Zoom chat at opencv.live. That's opencv.live. We're also taking questions from you in the audience, and we'll do our best to answer them during the show. We've got a lot to cover here, so it may be tough for us to get to all of them, but please send us your questions. And if we don't get to them in the show, you can email them to us at newsletter@opencv.org. But before we get into the nitty gritty of this exciting episode, Steve, let's talk a little bit about the OpenCV crowdfund campaign that's going on right now.
Yeah, so the crowdfund campaign is much better than before. It's not hitting the goal that we had set for ourselves, $500,000, but it is much better than before. I think it is right now at about $88,000 on the platform itself. But fortunately, we received many other donations outside the platform, which we have already informed to our, you can see it in the platform updates. So that's really good. Phil, do you know the exact number we have right now,
I
roughly?
sure do. Currently, overall, we have $195,952. That includes $88,553 from 1,026 backers on Indiegogo. Thank you all so much for your support. And $107,000 from offsite donations, including renewing and new silver and bronze members. So thanks so much for the new and returning folks. That would be our good friends at Orbic, RoboFlow, 7sense, AMP Software. We really do appreciate your support as well. As
You
well.
you just cut off for a few words.
What was that? Probably my cough suppression. Thanks so much to our new and returning gold, silver, and bronze members at Orbic, RoboFlow, 7sense, and AMP Software. Am I missing anybody, Stia?
No, that's it. And I also want to personally thank Varun from 7sense. He's the co-founder of 7sense, who personally donated $5,000 to OpenCV. And again, in my appeal to people, we had mentioned that if OpenCV has substantially changed the course of your life or your career, then please consider donating $5,000. And Varun Chatterjee from 7sense took it to heart because his company 7sense, which is also an OpenCV Silver member, as well as a partner for OpenCV face recognition, they started, with Varun started in computer vision by taking one of our courses, but he also gained a lot from OpenCV using the OpenCV library. And to give back to the community, Varun donated $5,000 personally. So this is the third personal donation of $5,000, the other two being yours truly and Dr. Gary Bradsky, who's the founder of OpenCV. So I'm really glad that we could get more. I was hoping that we would get, in my calculation, maybe it was just my imagination, I was thinking that about 20 people would donate at 5,000 level, the top influencers and
Which
people.
would be 0.1% of the people that have become rich off of OpenCV.
Yes. But it's okay, we should be very thankful for the donations we have received. Almost 900 some people, or is it 1,000 now?
1,026 donors.
Awesome. So 1,026 people have already donated to OpenCV. If you have not done it, please consider donating to OpenCV. It keeps the library. All the money is going to, 100% of the money is going to for the development of the library. Nothing in management. The management team doesn't charge any money to OpenCV, maybe $1 that that is owed to me as the CEO of OpenCV, $1
with interest.
per year.
Yeah.
But other than that, OpenCV, this whole money that we raise in this round will go to the development of OpenCV library, basically developers.
Yes. Also like to do another one more quick shout out on the fundraising side. That total also includes $1,400 from Tangram's Giving Tuesday promotion, which they graciously included OpenCV in. So thanks for that, Tangram.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I mean, we are building the community, right? People are coming together. A lot of people don't even know that we are running this campaign because it's pretty unique. People usually think that OpenCV is funded by Intel, which was, I mean, they have contributed a lot over the last 20 years. But currently, Intel doesn't have any developers dedicated to OpenCV, right? They help us in other ways, like we have marketing relationship with them. They are our platinum member, etc. But there is no direct, there are no developers from Intel. So that's why we are reaching out to the wider community, more companies, etc. And if you think that your company can help, please reach out to your manager or whoever can make a decision to help out OpenCV. We still have a few days left in this campaign, but remember that it's not just about this campaign. We will continue doing fundraising throughout the year, it looks like now, instead of doing this in chunks, so that we can keep funding the OpenCV library. And we'll also become more open in the process, in the sense that the roadmap, OpenCV 5 roadmap will be live, and we will also tell you that, okay, we have made progress on such and such features. And early in January, I'm also going to post a job posting for getting people around the world to contribute to OpenCV. So these would be paid positions so that we can hire people to work on OpenCV 5 specifically. Our current team may not be sufficient to deliver on this immediately, so we'll need more people. Yeah, so that's the update from the OpenCV 5 and crowdfunding situation.
Yeah, the campaign now ends January 1st, but as Satya said, we're going to keep funding and on there probably and in other ways as well. I think one of the things, being candid, I think one of the things we learned from this campaign is that it's not sustainable to just do these big crowd funds. Like, we have to, throughout the year, kind of spread out the ways in which we're trying to get money if we want to really hit the goals we have internally. And so stay tuned for that. One of the ways may be clothing here, if you want to get a sneak peek. If you want a shirt like this, send me an email. I'll put you in the loop when they are available.
That's great.
Yeah, with that said, I'm gonna share my screen real quick and give people a kind of brief history lesson of the past 2 OpenCV competitions.
Yes.
All right, you should be able to see that now. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. OpenCV AI Competition 2022, this is the core OpenCV track of that. That one was 2 tracks. There was also a spatial AI track. Our winners in that competition, the grand prize was Team Recycling Rush, which did an aquatic recycling bot that autonomously went throughout Lake Titicaca and found duckweed, which was a very cool project. You know me, I always love robots with water. It's 2 things that shouldn't go together, but they really do. And Team Devitech, which had this laser scanner that did just very high quality, precise leveling of a surface using a PlayStation Move camera, I think is what it used. And Team Damasio, which had this very cool, pretty advanced reading, point-to-read process where you could do gestures and it would read out what was in photos and in text on the screen. That one was a lot of fun. Our sponsors there were Orbic and Catus, as well as OpenCV China. And then in the 2021 edition, which was sponsored by Microsoft Azure and Intel, our grand prize winners were Team Cortic Tigers, which made the awesome Charlie 2.0 bot, which used OpenCV AI Kit to augment the capabilities of a Lego kit. That was such a fun project. We've had Ye on here from Cortic a couple times on the show. Maybe we'll have him back in a month or 2 to talk a little bit about how they're doing, and maybe we'll have some kind of roundtable discussion. I'm not promising anything. We also had Team Coletta, which made this a project called NeoCam, a real-time monitoring of preterm neonates. That means babies that were born prematurely, which is something very close to my heart. I was born a month premature myself. And Team Cerebros, which had the next generation electric wheelchair, which was a extremely good demo. And we should check up on these teams sometime in the coming year, I feel. So with that said, now we are into the, I can't read my page here. Now we are into OpenCV AI Competition 2023. Satya, you want to go ahead and share the slides there, and we can
Let me do that.
start talking.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. The floor is all yours.
Great. So we're here today to announce the winners of OpenCV AI Competition 2023. It is an honor and a privilege. First of all, a huge congratulations to everyone who submitted a project, especially if you made it all the way to the end and submitted a final project. Next slide. Our sponsors here this time are Catus and Seed Studio, as well as OpenCV University. Every single prize in the competition comes with something from OpenCV University as well. These are high quality courses that you can't get anywhere else. They're made by professionals in the field. The value of those courses that we're giving away here are between $700 and $2,500. So thanks so much to OpenCV University, Seed Studios, graciously sponsoring the community prizes, which we will give you a way to vote on those later in the episode, later today after the episode that is. Go on. And some quick numbers here. The contest ran from July 10 to November 28. The first month of that was sort of a submission phase for people to ideate, for people to get, I hate that word, I don't know why I just said it, for people to build up teams and maybe find projects that they wanted to work on together. And then after that was the build phase. This year, 1,533 teams participated, submitting 117 final projects. There are over $48,000 in cash and prizes from our sponsors, and we really appreciate them. The judges for the final bit of the competition this year are our friends Adam Rodnitsky from Tangram Vision, Catherine Scott from Intrinsic, Shichi Yu from OpenCV China, and Joseph Nelson from RoboFlow, all of which are familiar to the OpenCV audience. They've been on the show each multiple times, and we really appreciate their help here. I think most of them had a lot of fun grading these projects, possibly with the exception of Adam. I'm joking. Next slide. So these are the prizes. The top 20 projects from Seed Studio will receive a $100 Seed Studio coupon and an OpenCV University course of their choosing, up to $699 in value, thanks to Seed Studio. And also the community votes prizes, which will include all 20 of those teams. So they'll be able to get a $100 coupon from Seed Studio, as well as first place will get $500, second place will get $300, and third place will get $200, plus each one of them will get an OpenCV University course as well. You will be able to vote on these community votes. Starting after this show and going until January 9th, we will announce the winners on the January 11 episode of OpenCV Live. Check that competition page. That's where we're going to be posting the link. Even if you didn't win a top prize here, you still have the opportunity to win up to $600 and a couple of OpenCV courses. So definitely worth it. The top 7 finalists, as chosen by our judges, will each receive $1,000 and an OpenCV University course. So we're excited to look over those top 7 here today. Overall, third place winner will receive $2,000 in cash and the OpenCV Computer Vision Deep Learning Master Program worth $2,472. Second place will win $3,000 cash and that same master program from OpenCV University.
So just to clarify, we have added something called Career X to our master program also, which means that once you cover a few courses, 2 courses, complete the courses with certain quality of grades, we will help you, help you in your job search, which means that we will review your LinkedIn profile. We will review your GitHub repositories. We will review your resume. And then if you do all of those things along with us, then we will also give you assistance in mock interview questions. Then we will do mock interviews, which is a written test kind of thing. And finally, a mock interview, mock test and mock interview, where we will get an expert. If you have done all of these things, it's only for people who are working along with us. Then we will do mock interviews with you. We'll get some industry experts to conduct mock interview with you so that you get prepared for a job interview. So that's also included in the program. So the worth of the program actually goes up quite substantially.
Significantly higher. That's
Out
absolutely
there.
true.
Yeah.
Okay. And the grand prize winner of OpenCV AI Competition 2023 will receive $5,000 cash plus the OpenCV Master Program from OpenCV University. And of course, importantly, bragging rights.
Of course. So are we ready? Should we go over now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I'm going to, these are the names of the top 20 projects. Again, these will be eligible for the community voting, which we will post a link to on the official contest page later on. I'm going to go ahead and read out their names here. If there were not any duplicate names. Some of them were a little bit similar, but if you see your name here, you won at least $100, I think. So congratulations. AI gesture art, automated structural damage inspection using computer vision, C3PO, interactive humanoid robot, Chess AI, chess game analyzer with computer vision, CV Park Vision, your intelligent parking companion, the daily picture aligner, enhance safety of conveyor belt using OpenCV, four-legged robot ensuring intelligent sprinkler automation, or FRIJA, Gelare, depth sensing and edge impulse powered assistive robots, guiding gaze, IC4U robot dog for visually impaired people, interactive juggling game with pattern recognition, Mars mission emulation, meeting cam, run your AI and CV algorithms in meetings, open driving monitor, OpenCV for exoplanet detection, Optus Sentinel, Rescue Bot, Robbins, the robot to teach Spanish to deaf children, and UV sanitizing autonomous robot. Congratulations to the top 20 teams. As I said, these are the ones you'll be able to vote for. We will post their Hackster project pages after the show. You'll be able to review them all. And in fact, not just vote for your favorite, but your top 3. We're going to do ranked choice voting this time. We're getting fancy.
Yeah, I have this, it's not in this list, but one of the projects that could be very interesting is, the chess playing robot or chess playing, assisting in chess playing can be very interesting. I mean, if you look at all the computer games, chess playing games these days, they're just exceptional. They are so good when you're playing on a computer, but you don't want to play on the computer all the time, right? And having this physical game can be very interesting, especially if you can add a projector on top of it, which tells you, this is the move that you should have made and things like that. So, adding the physical element to basically combine the physical and the digital.
Yep, that's a big trend we've seen this year. Again, congratulations to everybody on this list, and congratulations to everyone who submitted a final project. Just finishing something is an accomplishment, and you should be very proud of that.
Yes, absolutely. Especially for students, these things make a very good impression. You say that you were in the top 20 in OpenCV AI competition. That speaks very loudly, and you have a project to demonstrate to prospective employers. But regardless, even if you're learning computer vision, doing a project that you bring to completion, it's a big accomplishment because you know that you have done something real, and it's not just, it's not a toy project anymore. You have built something more than just a toy project. Okay. All right. Phil, it's your show. Go ahead. We are unable to hear you. You're on mute.
All right, I am now sharing my screen, and we've got the top 7 teams here. We're just going to give you a quick look in alphabetical order at the top 7 before we get into the big announcement. We'll play a little bit of their videos and stuff. Up first is automated structural damage inspection using computer vision, creating a CV model for drones and cranes and machines to inspect hard to reach structures such as bridges and skyscrapers for damage like cracks, ASR, etc. This one, in fact, used OpenCV Silver member RoboFlow, who generously gave free credits to everyone who participated in the competition, even though most people didn't really need them because they're pretty generous with their free plan as it stands. We'll just go down here through a little bit here. They did a great job. I want to call it just the things they did really well in this submission for future reference for folks that want to know how they can level up their submission for future OpenCV competitions. These little illustrations go a long way. They're very simple, but they get the point across. That is always a smart thing to do. And so we'll let's see here. We'll just hit play and turn the volume down a bit. How's that?
We cannot hear the sound.
Not loud enough?
No, not at all.
Oh, interesting. Okay, one moment.
I think you have to enable it during sharing.
Wouldn't be our show if something didn't go slightly wrong. Okay, we should be back now. Tell me if you can hear this.
Manual damage inspection to structures can be an expensive, dangerous, and daunting process. To perform the required damage inspections, it is necessary that all its surface is seen and captured at close range. It has already been proven that capturing close-range footage with drones works, but to what extent can an AI help with filtering all that footage? This project uses computer vision models to allow detection of structural damage to objects in public space by drones. In this project, a computer vision model will be implemented that demonstrates the effectiveness of using drone-captured imagery and computer vision techniques for the inspection of structural damage in concrete structures. The potential of leveraging computer vision and drone technology in damage assessment, providing a safer, cost-effective, and efficient alternative to traditional manual inspections. By automating the detection process, we reduce the
Your voice is not coming through though, Phil, if you're speaking.
Take a look at the final footage here, some of the final footage of this project.
And I mean, frankly, this is one of the best uses of drone and computer vision because it's extremely dangerous how these inspections take place, and it is not just concrete bridges. It is also windmill, which doesn't stop while you're doing the inspection, or it may stop. It is it's very difficult to do those inspections. There is literally a person hanging from a helicopter doing these inspections, taking pictures, etc., which doesn't need to be, right? Drones can do it, and that is why wherever we have these kinds of problems, computer vision is going to take off in a very big way. It's a very obvious and very useful practical application.
Yes, so congratulations to Timothy here for the top 7 project. And thanks for using RoboFlow. I'm sure that will make the RoboFlow team happy to see that. So let's see. Up next, we have, I don't know if these are in alphabetical order. I think they're random. Up next, we have four-legged robot ensuring intelligent sprinkler automation, or Frisia, from our friends at Team Barolo, who you may remember from last year's competition. They've participated in quite a few things here in OpenCV. I know Gianpaolo, who's part of the team, is in the chat right now. Good luck in the final voting here. So they obviously use a little bit of generative here to make this cute little dog with a robot dog with a sun hat on. I love that. And they use the mini pupper, which you may remember from previous OpenCV live episodes. Really interesting little off-the-shelf four-legged dog that can in fact integrate with OpenCV AI Kit really easily. And this one, of course, also uses my favorite thing, robots and water. So we'll go here. I think this is the, yes, this is the final video here. Always very high quality presentations.
Yeah, with the wine connection.
Yeah. There we go. It's a pretty small little bot platform, so they're kind of limited at figuring how much water it can actually carry. Fortunately, water doesn't. It's an excitable little dog. It reminds me of a chihuahua. It's also got a, it's a very clever, well, not clever, but amusing, so you can, I'll speed up a little bit, and spend too much time on each one, but you kind of see it's very dry over here, so now it's going to spit out some water. The only dog that you want peeing on your pants. Yes, so congratulations, Team Barolo, for being a top 7 team in this year's competition. I'll call out another, again here in the things that really stood out to me on this one was they did a great job of documenting the project. They have everything they used here, all of the software, all of the hardware. They also, you know, all the code is available, as well as the models for all of the custom 3D printable parts they made. Just an excellent submission. If you really want to build one of these yourself, you should be able to, and I think that's a big plus for these kind of competitions. We don't just want to see cool stuff, we want to have stuff that people can build on and learn from themselves. So great job, Team Barolo.
That's a really nice submission, and I think we can use this submission as a model submission for future.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people ask us what would a good submission look like, and this I mean, there is the project part. You know, you have to work on an interesting problem and create an interesting video, but also the documentation part, which enables other people to build on top of what you have built if you're making this open source, right? And this submission is great in that respect. The details that have been provided, that you should go and check out their the Hackster page for their submission. It's really good.
Yep, all of these will be available once we announce the grand prize winners. We'll make all of the projects public that want to be public. So when they say full instructions provided, they mean it, folks. Up next, we've got Galare. I don't know how to pronounce this one. I don't know what that diacritical mark is. I'm from Michigan. But this one is depth sensing and edge impulse powered assistive robot, which harkens back to the OpenCV AI Competition 2021, which in fact uses a Lego Mindstorms bot. This submission was actually a part of that competition and did not win anything because it was not quite finished. And so they basically went back to the drawing board and built a new, you know, successful version of this project, which is very neat. I'll find their video here, and there we go. Again, another one of my favorite things. This one doesn't involve water, but when you have little swords attached to robots or other stabbing implements, a personal fave. And this is non-trivial, you know, that's pretty tough to get just right, scooping stuff, you know. And of course, they include a great blooper reel here. I believe in one of which the robot falls down. Yeah. Couldn't have failed much worse there unless it slopped food on itself, you know. So we'll go forward a little bit to get some more demo. There's sort of a gripper example with a mug. And they also went forward some gesturing as gestural control as well, which, you know, this is a lot of stuff to do for one project. So it's very impressive. That's a chunky Lego bot too.
Yeah.
It's a big guy. This is one of the trends we saw this year, and I think last year as well, was there a lot of people coming up with sort of robot arm, like pick and place type of projects, and some of them are a little more interesting than others. So yes, congratulations to this project for being a top 7, and best of luck in the community.
Is it the ice cream thing? If it is the ice cream thing, right, the Galare name, then it would be Galare, I think.
Galare, that's what I was thinking it was. I thought it was like Italian or something.
Yeah, and then
so yes,
I'm guessing it's ice cream.
Yeah, the problem statement here is, you know, a really important one. There's a lot of folks out there that have you know, issues with motor skills, or maybe do not have all their limbs or digits, maybe just don't have the manual dexterity required to feed themselves. And you know, of course, using a Lego robot is maybe not necessarily a long-term solution, but it's you know, the heart is in the right place, and we really like that.
Okay, so we got the answer. Galare is the Italian word for icy temperature.
Thank you. So this one, of course, used.
And I hope I'm pronouncing it roughly correctly. Galare.
If you're wrong, we're both wrong. So. And there's a sort of the specs for OakD. I remember making this graphic at 2 in the morning one time, like 3 or 4 years ago,
right.
2 years ago, however long ago it was. So yes, congratulations. Moving
There's
on
also a great Charlie Chaplin skit about, you know, a robot feeding you. You should go and watch it. It's hilarious.
Classic. Up next, we've got Guiding Gaze, a smart solution to an age-old problem for the blind. So this one is, you know, it has a great story about, I'm visiting my hometown here in Niles, Michigan, and I've noticed as well that there's not a lot of great throughways and well-paved, smooth areas for people that may need a cane or a wheelchair or something in a lot of this city, unlike, say, San Francisco, which, for whatever other problems it has, and the streets there, the sidewalks there are, you know, some of them are very, very bad, and some of them are pretty good, but they are at least, you know, for the most part, paved and flat, or you could find another way to get around where you're trying to go. And so it's also, you know, difficult to even necessarily know that a upcoming area, for example, might be dangerous or slippery or have a grade or something like that. And so this team of undergraduates decided to sort of take on that problem with obstacle detection, distance estimation, facial recognition, and navigation, things like that. So let's take a quick look at the video.
Hello everyone, I'm Teshwar, the team leader.
I'm Manan. And I'm Ariman.
We are undergrads from Manipal Institute of Technology and the makers of Guiding Gaze. Guiding Gaze is a product that helps visually impaired people navigate through their lives and make them self-reliant. We use YOLO V7, MyDAS, and other deep learning models and OpenCV to perform tasks such as obstacle detection, depth estimation, scene and facial recognition, and obstruction detection. We take phone's camera or a small webcam connected to the laptop to run the models. Our future prospects include making an application using cloud computing for faster computations and smooth user experience. Now let's dive into the models working.
really well put together video, and I love the demos here. Like, so good.
There's an Indian word for this
Destination AB1
kind of work, right, where you put together with available material. It's called jugaad.
This will take
Jugaad.
It
approximately
means that you're
5
just
minutes.
it just means that you're putting together something with available material, not maybe the best things, but what's available. You're making it work.
Ad hoc would be something
Ad
similar.
hoc, yes.
Yeah.
Move right.
And so, you know, the frame rate here is a bit low, but it's pretty much
Enough,
good
yeah.
enough. Yeah.
Move left. Scene recognized road. Move right.
And I also like, actually, they have borrowed some of the ideas from previous competitions we
Center.
had.
Yes.
And it's a perfectly valid thing to do, in my opinion. People always go for novelty. Novelty is great. But if you already have a good idea, then use it, right?
Yeah.
Especially with open source projects, that's the whole point,
Stop.
that you're building on top of what other people have already
Scene
built.
changed from
So
road
the
to
use of
column.
backpack, for example, we have seen it in a previous project, right? So
Yes,
this is great.
Jagadish Mahedran
Yeah.
did.
You
that
have reached
project
your
a few years ago, yes.
destination, AB1 MIT Manipal. Staircase ahead.
Yeah, I hope nobody gives the Daleks this technology.
Obstruction ahead. Obstruction ahead.
Very cool.
Manangor is near you.
Guiding Gaze offers various solutions, whether you just want to help your relative or assist a patient get accustomed to their new life as a visually impaired individual. Product like these is where the innovation happens and the spark is found, which is why projects like OpenCV have helped innovation reach new heights, allowing even undergrads and high schoolers to create inspiring products. We'd like to thank OpenCV, Cadus, and Seed Studio for providing us with this great opportunity and look forward to hearing from you all in the coming months.
Great video. Great video.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
thanks
a
so
great
much.
video.
Thanks so much, team. Congratulations on being a top 7, and good luck in the popular and final voting coming up here. Up next, we have another similar project, IC4U, and this one was also entered in a competition, I think 2 years ago, but was just kind of not, it was maybe 20% or 30% kind of done. This person, they're Silenoid on YouTube and on Hackster, has done a bunch of work here on this very interesting looking bot with sort of metal enclosure face. Again, this is our second dog of the show. I think it's a trend. Robot dogs are big. Things I want to call out about this one as well. Did a really good job of showing the components necessary. Very good job of talking about like just the functional aspects of what needs to be done to build this. And this is a one-person team. One person built this whole thing. So let's get down to the videos. There we go. That's not the one. Yes. This one was kind of interesting.
Sweet.
Delightful. Yeah, there's this one, it detects money. I see for you on the street is the hashtag. I love the thinking there.
$1 bill. $20 bill.
So far, so good.
$50 bill.
It's a grant.
$10 bill.
So this thing can also move. I believe this one. Let's try to get one of it This is sort of an older, I think an earlier demo
Okay,
during the
I see for
competition build
you.
phase.
Go.
I love the little eyes. I think you can get those eyes from Spark Fun or one of those other. So
Is the robot built from scratch? It looks like they are
yeah,
not using.
this
That's
is
impressive.
basically all DIY. You can see the parts here. Yeah,
That's really impressive.
and they're using Google Voice Kit here. I know for as some of the other parts, Raspberry Pi. This is the sort of the original kind of demo version as part of a school project. Very cool.
That's very cool.
So yes, congratulations on being a top 20 or top 7 here finalists. Again, good job of the code is available here. They did a good job of drawing little diagrams of showing what to do. Multiple different functionalities are shown here. So really impressive. This is the 3rd version of this bot that they've built, and you can check out more videos of this bot and some of the earlier versions on their YouTube channel at Solenoid. So congrats and best of luck. Up next, we have OpenCV for exoplanet detection. As
So
you can
this is one of
imagine,
the
when I saw the
this is one of the
title for this,
yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
when I saw the title for this, I was very excited, and they did not disappoint.
They did not disappoint. And this is
So
also one of
yes,
those things, right? We don't know what people are using OpenCV
you never
for.
know.
The variety of things, it's just astounding. And so this is one of those examples where we were surprised by the application domain itself. And also the implementation is really good.
Yes, this is an excellent project. I'll let the video speak for itself a little bit here.
I used OpenCV to develop a novel approach to detecting exoplanets. So first, let
She
me
is a high
explain what
school
the radial
student.
velocity method
Yep.
is. So this is a method also known as the Doppler spectroscopy to detect exoplanets, and it does this by measuring the tiny periodic wavelength shifts in a star's spectral lines, which are caused by the gravitational tug of an orbiting planet. And so, currently and for many decades, cross-correlating spectral data with a template mask has been the standard approach to RV extraction. And what this currently means is that it produces a resolution slightly below 1 meter per second. But to put this into context,
And what I
Earth
love about this
currently
one too is that it's some
produces
hard
a much
science.
smaller signal at around 9 centimeters per second on the sun, which means that we need to really increase and improve the instrumentation as well as the algorithms to detect the exoplanet. And so now I'll move into the motivation behind using OpenCV. So OpenCV can perform very precise feature alignment between 2 images captured from distinct viewpoints and adjust the image angle through homography transformation. And so what this means for exoplanet detection is that we can align the absorption lines between 2 stellar spectra images to really be able to measure the shift in the wavelength. And so listed here is simply
Cool
the
charts.
procedures that I went through using OpenCV to build the images and also do feature detection. So notably, I use the SIFT function in OpenCV, and I also used OpenCV to calculate the homography transformation matrix, which was used to then calculate the radial velocity shift. To test our method, we used 4 real stellar datasets with a wide variety of stellar conditions, as you can see shown. And as a result, when plotted on a time series, we can see that the method using computer vision is very similar to the current pipeline results. And also plotting on the Lomscargle periodogram, which plots the frequency for the orbit, we can see that it very closely corresponds to a time of around 42.36 days, which is exactly the known orbit of the planet around its star.
Very
And
cool.
so this brings us to how you can help detect exoplanets with us. And so we will put the code for the OpenCV and how we uh, calculated
Also
the
great that they're
shifts.
putting this stuff on, open sourcing it again. We're all about people being able to learn from each other and build upon each other. Super cool project. I mean, a great combination of being an interesting problem domain and posting, doing some real science and using the features of OpenCV to do it. So great job on this submission and really interesting project. Best of luck in the voting and in the popular vote.
Yeah, and also, she's a high school student, and
Tremendous.
it's really awesome to see. And this is not the first time we have seen high school students do interesting stuff. We have brought in other high school students on our
Mm-hmm.
webinar also once, and
Yes.
it's awesome to see what kind of problems they solve. The interesting thing is that they always come up with a problem domain that we were not aware of. Right, this
Right.
is one example. The other one was sea lion detection.
Yes.
Apparently, there are data sets available, and people are doing a lot of research on how these sea lions, whether they visit a particular beach or
Mm-hmm.
not,
Mm-hmm.
and how much time they stay there and things like that. And this other high school student was also able to partner with other research labs to actually make the program useful. And I hope that
You can find that one
this,
in the archives of OpenCV Live as well.
yeah.
And so our final, the top 7 teams here is Robbins, the robot to teach Spanish to deaf children. And so this one also, I think, uses a bit of that. What was the word in
Jugaad.
for ad hoc? Yeah, jugar.
Yeah.
Very strong submission in terms, again, they listed all of the hardware components, not just the big ones. They use the Adafruit Monster Mask, which I'm a fan of. It's a little programmable, eye system for very popular among Halloween decorators and things like that. And of course, OpenCV and TensorFlow. They did a good job of showing the progress of, this is kind of the original sketches, all the way up through the sort of the final. I love the skeleton here. Like it's even got ribs. Delightful. So let me go ahead and find the video here. So here's one of them. So here's a Colombian Sign Language. It's pretty interesting as well. Letter Y, letter L. And so this is just running on this the 3rd robot dog of the episode. It is in fact a trend, folks. You can see its eyes. I love what they did with the eyes there. They look very friendly. Look very friendly. And you can even move. You can kind of move the jaw as well.
Very cute.
Yes. Yep. Yes. So congratulations to Team Robbins the Robot, Oscar, Julian, Perdomo, Chari, and Backlight 10. Good luck in the final voting. And yeah, thanks for your submission. Again, assistive devices and safety devices, I think every year when we do these, we see a lot of those two things. And so it takes something to rise above the pack. And so best of luck. With that, we are past, we've shown you all 7. Ms. Tia, you want to go ahead and share your screen again, and we'll go over the winners.
All right. Can you see my
Go
screen?
ahead. Yep, we can see
So
it.
we are ready for the winners. Let's start.
Yep. First with 3rd place. There's a buffer screen. See, I thought about this. 3rd place, winner of $2,000 is IC4U, the robot guide dog for visually impaired people. Congratulations to Selen Alara Ornick, the solo team member that built this very interesting, well-documented project. Congratulations, and we will, for all of the prize winners, we'll contact you after the show to figure out how we can get you paid. And then all these projects will also be available to vote for as part of the popular vote, so you can get some extra money and things like that. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Up next, second place, $3,000, OpenCV for exoplanet detection. I think pretty much everybody, when we saw this one, we're like, this is going to be one of the top prizes. Like it's well done, it's focused, it's scientific. So congratulations to Caitlin Gann and Vinesh Maguire Rajpal as the second place winners. And good luck in the popular voting. I have a feeling this one's going to be popular. We can't wait to see, if this project continues or grows, because it's just so neat.
Big congratulations. Before we go to number one, Phil,
Yeah.
should we just ask that as the question, people to guess which would be the first prize?
Oh wow. So should that be the trivia? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
let's do that.
yes.
Let's do that. Go ahead, unshare real quick, and I'll give people the scoop. So now is the time for our trivia question. This one is not a trivia question. It is going to test your skills of prognostication. You saw the first two winners here, the second and third place winners, which means that they wouldn't be the first place winner. In the Zoom chat, if you are the first person to say correctly which is the first prize winner, you will win the OpenCV course of your choosing. One guess per person. I will give you, a minute or so to do this while we just kind of kibitz a little bit here. Big thank you to Natalia De La Rosa, who helped me with the slides last night. Thank you, Mamacita. And again, thank you to all of our judges, Kat, Adam, Shichi, Joseph. We really do appreciate it. They, worked a little bit over the holidays here in the US to make sure that they gave all these projects a fair shake, and it's very kind of them, and we thank them for that. And of course, again, thank you to our judges. All right, let's do it. Share the screen.
All right, let's share the screen and find out who's the grand prize winner.
All right. Team Barolo with Frisia, the four-legged robot ensuring intelligent sprinkler automation. Team Barolo, I think this is the second prize they've won as part of a competition here. I know Gianluca is in the audience here. I know John Paul is in the audience here. And so the winner of our prize is actually one of the team members of this project. Team Barolo, Gianluca Tetti guessed Frisia, and he was in fact correct. So winning double here today, winning big, no whammies.
That's hilarious.
Congratulations, everyone. We really, yeah, wow, I did not expect that one, but yes, congratulations, team. Gianluca says sorry. No, hey, you had confidence in your project. There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta be in it to win it. So yes, congratulations. Do you want to play a little bit more of this video here? We can kind of skip to the end here and show some of the final stuff here. There's a little bit of the code here.
Yeah, so
yes.
I really like how the documentation has gone and how people can actually use the project to build on top of this, right? That's really key, and the whole presentation is really good. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'll take over we can go to the next slide here, and we'll do another quick yeah. And so congratulations, huge victory. We Team Barolo always provides really high quality video for their projects. Sometimes they're a little bit long. If you, next time if you guys could bring this in at 3:30 or something, that would be tremendous. But
well, to be fair to them, we had actually said that a 5-minute video.
Did we say up to 5 minutes or 5 minutes? I don't know.
We said up to 5 minutes. Yeah.
All right. Well, they still went over by 4 seconds
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Very nice.
Congratulations.
Everything is pretty solid here.
Absolutely agree. And so we've got a few questions here. We're about at time, but we've got a few questions here and a few things to do to wrap it up. Obviously, we'll invite Team Varolo to do a little presentation about this project on a later episode of OpenCV Live. Look for an email about that. I'll also be contacting some of the other teams to do a little more in-depth presentation about their projects. We may even double some of them up and have some little showcase episodes where one team will talk for 15 minutes, another team will talk for 15 minutes. So that should be fun. Look on, we'll keep you up to date on when those are happening on our LinkedIn and everywhere else you can find OpenCV. You can go ahead and advance the slide here. Yes, congratulations to everyone participating. And of course, to our big winners, as I said, we will be contacting you to get your bank information so we can send a bank transfer with your prize money. And we'll also be reaching out about where we should hook up the OpenCV University courses you've won as a result of this. And of course, all of these teams that won the top 7 and top 3 will be eligible for voting in the popular vote, which will be decided directly by you out there watching today.
Yes. And I would highly encourage people to go and check out the submissions, because that will really tell you why the selection was made, right? That will give you an idea for future contests also, if you want to participate. What are the kinds of submissions that the judges like, and what is the quality you need to operate at to be selected in the top 3, right? So that's a very good, especially the top 3 submissions do a very good job of laying out what they have done and also explaining the problem very well, creating interesting videos, but also making sure that the project is available to the community for developing on top of.
Absolutely. I think we got one more slide, and that is all for the community votes. We will send a link to the Hackster project page, and it will also go out in the OpenCV newsletters and on Community Friday tomorrow. If you have a project you would like to see on Community Friday, which is a Friday showcase of cool stuff built with OpenCV that affects or is interesting to the community, please send it to us. We have a form you can fill out, or you can just send us an email, newsletter@opencv.org.
Thank you. One last comment I want to give, which is not related to this competition. First of all, congratulations, everybody, and thank you for the community for participating in it. One last comment I want to make about the fundraise is that I think OpenCV is one of the few organizations, open source organizations, foundations that actually puts in its own money for developing the open source project. For example,
Yes.
Linux Foundation, it's a great foundation and it has helped the community a lot. But guess how many Linux developers are employed by the Linux Foundation? You'd be surprised, there are just 3 people employed by the Linux Foundation which work on the Linux kernel, right? So that gives you a sense. In contrast, OpenCV is, a tiny fraction of what the Linux Foundation budget is. But OpenCV pretty much employs the developers, right? Right now, that is the path we are going towards, that we are actually going to have our own developers, which is a risky move, but we'll see, right? That is the spirit that we want to help the community grow, but we also want to put our own skin in the game to actually make open source.
Has a DIY ethos, I feel. That's part of why I'm here. I know that's part of why you're here. Like we like doing stuff ourselves. We want other people to be able to do that too. And that's the power of open source and the power of community. Next week, our guest will be, we're going to do an episode about olives. It's gonna be an episode about olives and lasers. If that piques your interest, tune in next Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific. Also, check out Community Friday tomorrow. Satya, you got anything else before we send the folks home today?
Not really. I just want to thank everybody. Happy holidays. I hope that everybody is having a great time, and also wish you all the best for the new year. And if you have some specific goals, like an AI career, then you should definitely get started on it immediately. Sometimes there are these, we need to push ourselves to get started on some things. And if this competition has inspired you to get started on an AI career or an AI project, this is the time, right? Even though people say that New Year's resolution do not last, the fact is that they give you a push, and that may be enough to get started. It is better than any time in the rest of the year to get started at the beginning of the year. So all the best for that.
Absolutely. It gives you the whole year to get that stuff done and achieve your goals. Thank you so much for joining us here. We would not do these shows if you weren't watching them. We really appreciate your chat messages, your questions, everything else. If we did not get to some questions that you had, please send them to us, newsletter@opencv.org. Take care of yourselves out there. Take care of somebody else if you can, and have a great day wherever you may be.